The room was still holding the laugh. That's what got me. Not the words themselves. I'd heard versions of them my whole life, just in smaller rooms. Finally decided to settle. Surprised anyone put a ring on it. Well, you're not getting any younger. Always delivered with a smile, always with an audience. Always just sharp enough to draw blood, but not deep enough that anyone else noticed. But this was my engagement party, 80 people, her family, his family. My mother's ancient aunt who still sends cards, and my father standing there with a champagne flute, grinning like he just delivered the warmest toast of the century. To my daughter, he said, lifting his glass higher, who finally found a man desperate enough. The laugh came. Nervous at first, then fuller when people decided it must be a joke. Must be one of those awkward dad things you laugh off. My fiancé started to stand. I felt it more than saw it, the shift of weight, the tension in his arm where my hand rested on his sleeve. He's a good man, the kind who would say something, do something, make it worse by trying to fix it. I held him there. Not hard, just firm enough. I've got it, I said quietly. He looked at me. I didn't look back. I was watching my father, who was already sitting down, already accepting the pats on the shoulder from the men nearby, already done with me for the evening. I walked to the front. The carpet was soft under my heels. I remember that. I remember someone's chair scraping, someone else whispering the way the lights in the rental hall felt too bright and too yellow. I remember my mother's face. She knew something was coming. Not what, just something. The laptop was already on the small table near the podium, where I'd queued up photos earlier, the ones of us as kids. The timeline slideshow, the safe stuff. I opened it, turned it toward the room. Before everyone leaves, I said, I wanted to share something. My father looked up, still smiling, still not worried. The document filled the screen. Partnership Agreement Addendum, dated 8 months ago, signed by my father. Transferring 30% of company assets into a holding corporation that didn't include his partner of 22 years. The partner's name was on the original agreement. It wasn't on this one. I didn't say any of that. I didn't have to. My father's business partner was a man named Gerald. He'd been at our house for Thanksgiving. He'd helped me move into my first apartment. He'd watched me grow up, and I'd watched him trust my father the way I'd once trusted him. His glass hit the floor before he did. Claire, my father said, standing now, voice different. I closed the laptop. I just thought everyone should see what kind of man my father really is, since he's so comfortable sharing what kind of woman he thinks I am. Gerald was already pulling out his phone, already walking toward the door, already done. My father moved toward me. My fiancé moved faster, not aggressively, just there between us. Hand out, but not touching, calm in a way I hadn't expected from him. We're done here, my fiancé said to my father, to the room. To me quietly, let's go. I picked up the laptop. Walked past my father without looking at him. Past my mother, who reached for my arm and then didn't. Past the silence that was heavier than the laughter had been. Outside, the air was cold and I hadn't grabbed my coat. My fiancé took his off and put it on me without saying anything. We stood in the parking lot for a long time. Cars started leaving. People passed us without stopping. No one knew what to say. You okay? He asked finally. I thought about it. Really thought about it? No, I said. But I will be, he nodded. Didn't try to fix it. Just stood there with me in the cold, holding my hand while the party we were supposed to have emptied out behind us. Later, I'd learned Gerald froze the transfer. Later, I'd learned my father lost more than money. Later, I'd sit in a lawyer's office and sign my own name next to documents that mattered. But that night, we just stood in the parking lot. Two people who'd started the evening thinking we knew what love looked like and ended it learning something else entirely. My phone buzzed eventually. My mother. Then Gerald. Then a number I didn't recognize. I didn't answer any of them. I just stood there in my fiancé's coat and let the cold air fill my lungs and waited for the part of me that still felt like his daughter to finally stop breathing.